Hey guys, it's Shay with Shay's Urban Edibles. Today I wanted to bring you guys along for one last pepper harvest. Come along. So maybe I exaggerated by saying one last pepper harvest, but I do need to get these peppers harvested and I am close to pulling them out of the ground because I do need to get some of my fall crops into the ground. Some of these peppers have done really well. This is my Scotch bonnet. It's done pretty decently this year. I can't complain about it. It's my first year growing a Scotch bonnet. And this will probably be around my fourth harvest from this plant. Like I said, this plant has done really well. I am going to harvest and remove everything on it. I will not be overwintering this pepper, and this pepper will be replaced by a brassica. Okay. Also have this bell pepper, and this bell pepper has done decently. There are quite a few of them that are sunburned. I'm going to discard those. The ones that are green, even though they're small, I'm going to take them off and cut them up, put them in the freezer. This pepper will also be removed. I don't know if I will be growing it again because the peppers are so small on them. And so I may look for a different type of pepper to grow this year, this upcoming season. Then we have my habanero. This habanero has tons of peppers on it. I'm going to harvest them, and this pepper is going to stay in the bed. I'm not going to remove this pepper until the very last moment, and then I will be overwintering this pepper. We've got this cayenne pepper, which is doing pretty good as well. I'm not going to be removing it, but I will be harvesting all of the peppers from it. We've got this pepper, which is a little bit smaller. Um, it may be a cayenne, uh, but it may be a different variety of cayenne because these peppers are a lot smaller. See how small this pepper is compared to these peppers? Yeah, they're way bigger. So I'm going to harvest these and then I'm going to pull it because I am not pleased with this one. I don't like how small the peppers are. Although the peppers are abundant, there's tons of green ones, there's tons of red ones. Um, I don't think I will grow this one again. I have another banana pepper here that will be harvested, and I'll also be removing it and replacing it with some type of brassica. This is another cayenne pepper. I am going to leave this one in the ground, and I will be growing it again next year. I believe this pepper and this pepper are the same variety, so I'll be keeping that one. All right, let's go back here to the guajillo pepper, which is absolutely huge, and it's given me tons of peppers this year. I'm very satisfied with the way it grew. Um, Also, these seeds came from the grocery store. What happened was, or how I ended up with the seeds, instead of what had happened was, but how I ended up with these seeds was I made some tamales. I made some tamales during the holiday season, and it's almost that time again. And I bought the dried peppers or the dried chilies at the grocery store. Um, Once I removed the seeds from those peppers to put them into to make my sauce for my tamales, I kept those seeds and I started them. And I didn't realize this plant was going to be this big. This is my first time ever growing it. I will grow it again, like I said, because it's prolific, it's huge. I probably won't put it in the bed again because it takes up so much space and it overshadows anything that would need just as much sun as it does. And so it'll definitely be grown um, either in a pot or somewhere by itself going forward. But I will be harvesting this, and I will not be overwintering it. I will be pulling it up. And Nebraska will take its place. This is a habanero. It didn't do really well this year. As a matter of fact, you can see it's got a little ugly dried pepper on there, and the peppers are very small. Could be because it didn't get enough sunlight. Maybe the peppers are too close and it's competing for nutrients. I'm not sure. Either way, this pepper is going to get harvested and pulled out as well. Move on to the serrano. The serrano pepper has done very well this year. I will not be overwintering it. I will put it in the bed again, although it is huge. It's more tall than it is wide, though. And so I will be definitely growing this again next year. I'm going to harvest all these peppers. More than likely, they will either be pickled or they will go into the freezer to make hot sauce. This is another bell pepper. It is, yeah, it's time for it to be pulled anyway. It's looking real pitiful right about now. It's got a couple of peppers on it. The red peppers, they're small, just like the other one. I'm going to harvest these and remove this pepper from the bed as well. There's another one back here. Yeah, so we have another banana pepper here that hasn't really done that well. It's got a few peppers on it. I'm going to remove those peppers, and I'm going to remove this plant. I just dropped one. Get that. Yeah, I'm going to remove those peppers, and I'm going to remove that plant because I haven't been pleased with it. If you guys remember, I mentioned in another video that I was tempted to pull it up. We have here another banana pepper, which has done exceptionally well this year, and it is something that will be in my garden next year. And the reason why is one, because I love of how many peppers grew on it. It grew well back here in this corner. And not only that, I enjoy this pepper fresh. I enjoy this pepper pickled and in a salad. I also enjoy this pepper on a good homemade pizza. Um, and so, yeah, I will be definitely growing this pepper again. All right, so that's an introduction of every pepper that's in the garden. Let me get my supplies and I can start harvesting all this stuff. All right, I've got my handy dandy scissors. Go ahead and harvest what I can from the Scotch bonnet. Like I said, red and green will be removed because I'm going to pull this plant to make room for some brassicas. I have some that I started a month or so ago, and they are busting out of the seams in those little starter cups. This one's turning, not quite red yet. That's everything. These off. I mentioned in a previous video that I did grow peppers all the way up until November last year. I'm going to try to grow my peppers all the way until November again this year as well. It's just that some peppers have to be removed, like I said, because it's time to start transitioning for fall, your fall garden. Um, and I want them to have every benefit, um, just like the stuff in my summer garden did. And so I can't wait too much longer to get them out in the ground. They don't have room in those little pots to spread their roots, and so that can restrict growing. This looks like a habanero. This does not look like a Scotch bonnet. I don't know how a habanero got way over there, unless a bird was still in it. See, that one is a habanero. You can tell by how long it is. This one, which is bell-shaped and all wrinkly at the bottom, is Scotch bonnet. But yeah, there's no habaneros in this bed, so I don't know. Maybe a bird was still in it. This one's definitely dry. It's gonna be good for seeds. Good size green ones. Also give my tomato a little bit more room to get some sunlight by removing these peppers. It's not 100+ degrees out here anymore, and so the tomato can take the strength of the full sun. Okay, I think that's it. All right. Get my tomato clip off. I will need to top this bed off with a little more soil. I won't be able to do the full bed because I do still have some tomatoes and marigolds, and then I got some oregano over there. But for the most part, we're done with that. Next one's going to be that horrible little bell pepper that's over there. If it's green, I'll be keeping it, cutting it up, putting it in the freezer. Like I said, the ones that are burned, they're going to go into the trash can. This one's green. Little small one that's green. This one is guarded. It's starting to turn. This little small one. I gotta look into this got a hole in it. Something's been eating it. I gotta look into my irrigation. I'm having some issues with my irrigation. Everything is not getting watered. Back to manually watering stuff, which is really inconvenient. Especially since it's gonna be getting darker earlier now. I don't have time to come out and water. I need to be harvesting and doing other things that need to be done during the week. Yeah, they're small, but I'm still going to use them. I'm going to put these suckers in the freezer, cut them up, put them in the freezer. When I get ready to make spaghetti or meatloaf or whatever, um, this is what I'll be using, whatever's in the freezer. If I don't have to buy, that's good. This one's small and it's got a hole in it too. I did get I see I need to get some pest prevention going on out here. I did get a couple of bottles of, uh, what is it called? Fungicide. I guess it's like a mixture. It is organic. I guess it's some type of mixture of pesticides, organic pesticides that can help remove fungus, pests, and I think one other thing, mites. All right, I think that's it for this plant. I don't see too many more. All the other ones that I do see have been burned by the sun. So this one's coming up. Excuse me, guys. My allergies are out of control. I do always shake the dirt back into the bed if I can help it. Even if it's got a little bit of roots in it. That will eventually break down and make the soil better anyway. All right. So this one's gone. There's one more pepper that can be used. Nope, that one's got a hole in it. And the rest of them have been burned. All right. That's two down. All right. I may be able to pull these off. I can. I'm going to work my way from the bottom up to the top. This one will not be removed, and so I'm only going to remove the peppers that are ready. Oh, these are some nice size ones under here hiding. Will not be removed. I'm going to keep it. I do have a poblano pepper back in there between those two tomatillo plants, but none of them are ready to be pulled off yet. All right. These are the cayennes. Looks like they're going to be pretty easy to come off too. Got a basil seed in there. Oops. I must say, overall, I'm very satisfied with the production of my garden this year. My tomatoes did well, my peppers did well, my eggplant did exceptionally well. Um, if I would have been able to keep up with the production of my okra, I would have had tons of okra as well. Excuse me. Once it got to a certain temperature, I was just not out here harvesting every day like I should have been, and so because of that, some of my okra was a little woody, should I say, because I didn't get to it in time, and so the stuff that was woody, I ended up trying to save it for seeds. And I do still have some of my motherland okra right now, and some of my burgundy okra that is still on the vine, still on the plant, and I'm going to be using using that for seeds as well. So hopefully next year my okra will still produce very well, and I'll actually be able to keep up with it. Another something, these aren't quite ready yet, so I'm going to leave those. Another something that I wish I would have been able to do a little different is the callaloo. This was my first year growing the callaloo. I had no idea how heavy the pest pressure would be. And so I think I had two different callaloos that were growing, not two different types, but two different callaloo plants. And the bugs ate both of them. All that the bugs didn't eat, we had uh, a few weeks of rain where it just rained constantly every week. And I lost one of those. It actually just kind of fell over like a tree. So I lost one of those to the weather. But I do have tons of volunteers right now. One that's an actually decent size. Let me show you guys. Look at that. It's a volunteer. It's still got some pest damage, but I'm going to spray it down with that fungicide spray that I have and try to see if I can get a nice harvest off of it. Move the okra out of the way. So look at that. Up jumped the boogie, huh? Just out of nowhere. And so hopefully I'll be able to, keep that one looking okay since I know what the pest pressure is like now. This one is full of peppers. Look at that. Well, it won't be for long if I keep breaking the damn thing. And mind you, I'm not pulling this one either. I'm just taking the peppers off of it. Something's been eating this pepper. Look at that. It's half a freaking pepper. Uh-oh. No blooms on this one. I don't see very many blooms on this one. I see tons of peppers that need to be ripened, but not too many blooms. So after these ripen, I may be able to go ahead and pull this one up too and put another brassica here. I already started some seeds here. There's some beets here, and then over here on this end, I think there is rutabaga, some rutabaga seeds. This one's sunburned. So we shall see whether or not this one gets pulled up within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to leave it for today, though, because it's got so many other peppers on it that aren't ready yet. All right, now we're moving on to the banana peppers. Some of them are starting to turn orange. I know this will be very pretty in the jar. I love it when the peppers are mixed and not just one color, even if it's a jalapeno. Oops. This is one of those plants that will be coming up, which is why I'm not being very gentle. It's got a couple on here that are not quite ready, but they won't get a chance to get ready because this plant is coming out today. I'm not waiting any longer. This one, this one, this one. That's actually two different pepper plants. I thought it was just one. move my little owl. I had to put him over here the other day. I came out and the birds were over here eating the tops off of my beets. I don't know if neem oil works for birds, but I hope it does because they can't be eating my freaking beets. Either that or I'm going to have to get a freaking scarecrow because these owls aren't working. Roots look good. No root knot nematode on this one. This one looks good as well. No root knot nematode. I had a bean that I just recently pulled. It had root knot nematode. And so I did treat that bed. So hopefully it just stays over there. Oh, this is some nice soil. Got a couple of carrots in this bed. This soil may actually be a little too heavy for carrots, but oh well. They're in here now and they're growing. So we'll find out whether or not the soil is too heavy. It's got a lot of peppers and I'm going to be removing it too. These will be dried and turned into pepper powder. And like I said, as I use them in different dishes, I might actually be able to use this in my barbecue seasoning. But they were, this one's burnt, used for tamale seasoning on last year, which is the whole purpose of me actually starting to grow these peppers is because I had so many freaking seeds. Whoops. Can't leave these green ones. Got to take them off because this plant's coming out. Oh, it's got sunburn and it's downright ugly. Throw that away. Yeah, so this will definitely be in my garden again next year. I love it. It's got decent sized peppers and it produces a ton of them. So I will never be out of pepper powder. I should have gotten to harvesting these peppers a while back, but I didn't have the time in the day between work and then needing to be able to process them when you take them off because you don't want them going bad on you. So look at that. See what I mean by how many peppers it produces? Luckily, Monday is a holiday and I don't have to go to work. And so I'm able to get out here and get all this stuff done. I'm very thankful. I want to sleep a little late too. But then again, I also want to go fishing on tomorrow. So we'll see who wins. Need my flip flop. I also plan on removing this basil. Oh, that sucker was really branching out. No root, not nematode. The basil did attach itself some kind of way, but this looks good. These look like some nice healthy roots. And that filled this basket up. I still got a little ways to go for my serranos and my bell pepper, so let me grab another basket. See? Full, red and green. As you can see, the serrano pepper is full as well. I'm going to go ahead and start from the bottom. I'll be pulling red and green. Because like I said, this pepper is going to be coming out of the ground. I got to get some of my brassicas planted. Now, I do know that I can make hot sauce with these peppers. Not only can I make hot sauce, but I can also pickle these peppers, which I've done before. And these ones that are bright, bright red, I can save seeds from them. They are fully mature. And I will definitely be starting me a couple of these plants next year to make sure if one fails on me, I'll have a backup plan. I absolutely love how well this. Yeah, I absolutely love how well this plant has produced. And I don't see a lot of blooms on it, but it still has some blooms on it, which means it is not finished for the year. So it could keep going if I didn't decide to pull it up. Ooh. All right, so according to the camera, I've been at this for an entire hour already. So let's speed this process up. Ouch. Let me go get the diatomaceous earth. I'm going to harvest from the other side because I don't want those ants biting my feet. Nice, healthy roots. No root, not nematode. Nice, healthy roots. Look at that. But I also missed a few peppers. Look at all those peppers hanging. Let me double check this plant. It's a tiny one. There's one. Here's one. Here's two. All right. That's all of the serrano. Can't believe I'm not running out of space. Let's take care of these last two peppers. Which will also be removed. Hopefully there's no more of the ants down here. That's 2, 3, 4,